I'm a quitter, and that's why I'm rich. I'm just kidding, I'm not actually rich, but I have paid my mom's rent the last 3 months of my online business. I have an amazing circle of friends. I'm part of a mentorship where I'm probably truthfully the brokest person in there. And it's also paying for my business trip I'm taking with my partner to LA. That sounds like, actually, it makes me sound like a fucking gay. It's a trip that I'm taking with my business, fuck me. It's paying for my business trip to LA that me and my business partner are taking in like a month. So I know it's contradictory advice, you know, oh, the online gurus online, the fucking alpha male boot camp guys are like, you know, don't quit, don't be a sissy, don't be a quitter, don't be a loser, you know, you gotta follow through with everything, you can't quit, you gotta be tough. I think that's all a bunch of bullshit, and I'll tell you exactly why. But for me to actually talk about why I think quitting is actually the most valuable skill as an entrepreneur that you can have, backtrack in my life on how I became a strategic quitter, and that's how I found success in business, life, the military, all my endeavors that I've ever tried to go for. Let's go back to like 2022. I'm a weed smoking loser living in my mom's house, bad circle of friends, not really doing anything with my life. You know, then bald kickboxer talking about escaping the Matrix shows up. Before I know it, I'm convincing my mom that I'm gonna be famous on YouTube. Mom, you know, I'm charismatic as fuck. I'm gonna be a famous YouTuber. Just watch and see. It'll happen, I promise. 500 views later, I have an executive culinary assistance position, which basically is fancy for I was putting the fries in the fucking bag and being a kitchen bitch at the local diner drive-through restaurant. It was the very day that I was literally cooking up a burger. Some dude walks into the store, lifts up his shirt and shows me a fucking pistol because I didn't put onions on his burger. After that, I wrecked my car 3 days later, was sitting in the parking lot on my lunch break, just got a gun pulled on me 3 days prior for not putting onions on a fucking burger. My car is fucking totaled, and I see these guys in like a McLaren, an SC8, just zoom, 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 ripping past me, and I'm sitting there in my fucking uniform, like, hey, listen, what the fuck am I doing in my life right now? This is not for me. I quit school, I had nowhere to go. My best friend that I grew up with, Isaac, he runs his own business as well. Me and him were both kind of like, what the fuck is this bullshit? We need to fucking get out of here. So I kind of made the bad mistake of quitting my job. But hey, what does a high school dropout 16 or 17-year-old do? They start a SoundCloud rapping account. I started making music. I got like 100,000 plays on a song and went like semi-viral somehow. People started making TikToks with it. Old glamour of mine. It was like a meme song. It took like 10 minutes to make. That paid me like $500. I was like, okay, music isn't gonna fucking pay the bills. But I still had a little studio. I started renting that studio out to like the local jits in my hometown who want to be the next fucking King Von or whatever the fuck. Anyways, my first little taste of entrepreneurship. Then I found the Holy Grail, online business. The fact that I could make money online without having to like clock in with a fucking punching my card in blew my mind. I was like, there's no way, that can't be real. Like, online money cannot be real. I tried all kinds of different business models. I started watching Alex Ramosi, Eamon Gotzi videos, all the whole 9 yards. You know, I tried drop shipping. I tried wholesale real estate. I tried so many different business models. I was spreading myself really thin. Then I found freelance copywriting. You basically write persuasive words to make people buy things. I think I made like $100 my first month, so I was like, yeah, we're fucking balling. So I quit my fast food job the same day I was in that parking lot, so I was like, fuck that. Quit that. Realized like, oh fuck, I'm not actually a good copywriter yet. I don't have money to live on my own and live life on my own terms. So now I had nowhere to fucking go. I dropped out, moved out of my mom's house, quit my Sonic job, my fucking fast food job that I didn't like, and then I'm left with being fucked. I wasn't gonna make rent on my apartment essentially. So I joined the military, joined the Marine Corps, joined the infantry. I went through boot camp and infantry school, which are like very hard courses. You know, infantry is definitely like one of the harder jobs in the military you can do. So I wasn't able to work on my business. You know, I was training, and then obviously I passed all my training. I get stationed somewhere, and then it was kind of a situation of like, fuck, there's still a hole in my heart. Like, I love the military, the discipline, the brotherhood, the experiences, and the training that I went through made me like a stronger, better individual, a better man. But it's not what I want to do with my career. It's not what I want to do with my life. You know, I never planned that. I wanted to chase entrepreneurship. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna start copywriting back up. Spammed outreach for like 4 months straight. I was literally like, you know, the military is really tough, especially when you're the new guy. It's like a frat kind of, you know, life sucks when you're a new guy in the military. So I'm waking up at like 5 a.m., PTing with, you know, as a Marine, and then I would get off of work and then literally just like throw a fucking hoodie over my face, crunch down over my computer, and just start typing away. I actually remember the weekend I actually decided I was going to lock in. Me and my 3 other boys were like, hey, we're gonna go celebrate. We just got stationed past our school. We're gonna go celebrate. We go to celebrate. We go to the club. I hate clubs, by the way. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't like going to clubs. And we go to the clubs. 2 of my friends pull bitches. Me and my other friend don't pull bitches. But as I'm leaving the club with no bitches, I get a Tinder match. I'm like, oh fuck. Well, that's sick. She looks kind of hot. I go to link with her. End of the day, I got catfished. But my friend like falls asleep drunk on her couch. So I'm kind of trapped there at her house. And then she's like laying in front of the bed. She's like, I'm ready for you. I was like, fuck. Anyways, I did what I did. Woke up the next morning, dipped with my friend, tried to rebound with a hotter chick. This chick was like pretty hot, so I'm like, you got a friend? She's like, I got a friend for your friend. How do I word this? Her friend had fucking face tats. Basically said she was gonna rob us. And then me and my friend are like running from this woman with like face tattoos as they're trying to rob us. 2 other friends from the night previous who pulled bitches out of a fucking movie, I'm not even kidding you, happened to be across the street. I run in front of oncoming traffic, hop in the car with them, we dip, and then I'm like, holy fuck. So far in my life, I had a gun pulled on me for not putting onions on a burger, wrecked my car, got it totaled, and now I had a woman with face tattoos chase me down and try to rob me. She looked masculine as fuck. I don't give a fuck that I'm a Marine. She probably could have whooped my ass. But that was when I was like, okay, I gotta lock the fuck in. I really gotta lock in. So then I was like, all right, I'm gonna like literally copywriting, gonna make it with copywriting. No drinking, no partying. I don't do that anyways, but you know, I'm locking in, right? So I lock it with copywriting. 4 months of, you know, sending bot ass outreach like everybody does who starts my business model. I started sending spammy outreach, and I had to, you know, throw my fucking hoodie over my face, started fucking typing away, landed a client for free work, got a testimonial. He referred me, did work for them, got paid thousands of bucks. And now I'm in an amazing community full of other people with the same business model as me. I'm working with some of the biggest guys in my niche, and I pay my mom's rent. I'm going on a business trip pretty soon, and 10K a month is not fucking far off. And you may wonder, like, Jaden, how does this all relate to being a quitter? You just kind of told me a fuck story about all the crazy-ass dad lore you just had coming up in the scene. And it's because I quit at the right things. And I'll tell you the philosophy behind why I think being a quitter is so strategical. If you're a quitter for absolutely everything, you're never going to succeed in life, absolutely. But imagine being a strategic quitter. Imagine being able to say, that's not right for me, that's not the path I need to take, and quitting things that don't matter for things that do matter. Because if people say, anyways, people like to say all the time, like, oh, I quit that toxic relationship, I quit doing drugs, I quit drinking, I quit my bad vices. And everyone celebrates them like, oh yeah, you did a good job, you quit. But if you were to say, I quit that college degree that's not right for me, I quit that business model that wasn't right for me, I quit that 6-figure job that was very secure because it's not what I wanted to do, everyone looks at you like you're fucking crazy. And I think quitting is the most valuable skill that I've ever had as an entrepreneur. It's pretty egotistical of you to say as a person, like, I can be absolutely good at everything. LeBron James, or Michael Jordan, or whoever you think is the best basketball player, didn't become the best basketball player and the best guitar player. You know what I mean? Abib Nurmagomedov, Mighty Mouse, all the big MMA guys. They didn't become the best MMA fighter and the best sprinter in the Olympics, right? If you notice, everyone who's actually excelled in something specifically great and they're number one pound for pound the best, they excelled in something by eliminating everything else and doing nothing but that thing. When I started my business, it was literally like I was training for the military, getting off of work at the military, skipping my lunch breaks in the military to go work on my laptop, getting off of work while everyone else goes out to party, have fun, turn on the Xbox, throw a hoodie over my head, fucking Cheeto crust hands, bent over my laptop typing, making a business, and not accepting defeat and not quitting until my business worked out. And a book that actually kind of got me this mindset is called The Dip by Seth Godin. 10 out of 10 recommend read for all of you guys who want to do this. 10 out of 10 recommend this read for any entrepreneurs, anyone who wants to excel, be an athlete, be something spectacular in life, even join the military as well. This will teach you what to stick with and what to quit, because this is how anything in life goes. Uninformed optimism, like you're very optimistic about this new thing. You're like, oh man, this is the new thing. This is fucking awesome. And then you get like informed pessimism, like, oh, this is a little bit harder than I thought. And you hit like a very deep cul-de-sac. Very deep. You're depressed. Life sucks. This isn't what you thought it was going to be. This just absolutely sucks. And I hate this. And then you have a choice to make. You can either quit, or you can go through the cul-de-sac, come up on top and succeed. Like, am I really gonna put all these hours into something that I don't care about long term? The person who doesn't quit anything, you can't get me to quit anything. I'm just fucking Tommy Tough Knuckles over here. I don't quit. That motherfucker's gonna be like, yeah, man, I could beat your ass. That motherfucker's gonna be like, yeah, you know, I don't quit. Fuck it, dude. If I'm getting drunk, I'm getting all the way drunk. I don't quit. Dude, do you think I quit? Bro, I gotta beat this level. I gotta fucking get that new skin on my fucking video game. Motherfuckers who don't quit have to be the best at absolutely everything. And by trying to be the best at absolutely everything, you by default become absolutely average to not average on absolutely everything. Don't spread yourself too thin. Keep the main thing, a very big Stoic quote I'm into. So guys, be a strategic quitter. Decide yourself if that cul-de-sac that you're going through is worth quitting or worth sticking with. Like I said, guys, this book is a fucking must-read. I really recommend picking it up. Absolutely, just saw fucking very good, quick read too. It's very small, but it's such a good book. Can't recommend it enough, guys. With that being said, that's up for you to decide if it's worth quitting or sticking with. Absolutely up to you guys. But I want to give you guys some insight. With that being said, I do have a free newsletter you can sign up for. Absolutely free. Obviously, not all of you are going to go down there and sign up, so it's a lot more tight-knit than my YouTube comments, and like my Instagram DMs are kind of blowing up now. Some fucking how I only have like 1,000 followers, but yet I still get people asking me tons of questions. So like I said, the more it continues to grow, my newsletter is a lot more tight-knit. I respond to you guys on there, etc. Also, if you don't like my newsletter, I'll literally refund you the $0 you spent on it because it's fucking free. Bimbo. No, I'm kidding. No, but guys, actually, thank you. I saw the comments on the last video. I didn't really see myself going like the YouTube route, but I realized that people actually give a fuck about what I have to say. And obviously on my newsletter, I don't have all the answers. I'm only 19. I haven't hit 10K a month yet. You're getting me grinding on my business on the way up. Next video, whenever I make it, because half of my time I'm jumping out of vehicles and blowing shit up for the military. And the other half of my life I'm on a computer doing a bunch of back-end stuff for different businesses and marketing, etc. So I film these when I have time. Big entrepreneur event going on in LA I'm flying out to, bringing my family out there as well. Celebrate my grandparents' anniversary with them. It's gonna be fucking banger. Yeah, love you guys. Peace. Dude, I thought my mic wasn't recording for a second. I was about to fucking trip out. Alright, love you.